It has been exactly 1 year since Donald Trump returned to the White House. As we speak in January 2026, the 47th President of the United States is moving at breakneck speed, reshaping the nation with a flurry of executive orders and policy shifts that have defined his second term. From the completion of the U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization just days ago, to the massive Operation Angels on deportation initiative, Trump's promise of a golden age is being tested in real time. But to understand the man leading this radical transformation today, we must look back at the empire that made him. This is the story of the Trump dynasty, his business rise, and his historic return to power. The foundation. Origins of an empire. The story begins long before the gilded towers of Manhattan. It starts in Germany with Donald's grandfather, Frederick Trump. In 1885, fleeing military conscription, a 16-year-old Frederick arrived in New York with little more than a suitcase. He didn't find his fortune in gold, but in feeding and housing the miners of the gold rush. Expelled from Germany years later for dodging service, Frederick settled permanently in New York. When he died during the 1918 flu pandemic, his business fell to his son, Fred Trump, Donald's father. Fred was a builder of the middle class, constructing thousands of sturdy, brick homes in Brooklyn and Queens. He was a disciplined taskmaster who expected his children to be tough, and none were tougher or more ambitious than his fourth child, Donald John Trump. The rise of Donald, born in 1946. Donald was never content with Brooklyn. He wanted Manhattan. After taking over the family business in the 1970s, he transformed it into the Trump Organization. By the 1980s, he was an icon. Trump Tower became a symbol of 80s excess. He wasn't just a developer, he was a celebrity, putting his name on steaks, airlines, and casinos. His personal life was equally public. From his high-profile marriage to Ivana, the scandal with Marla Maples, to his current marriage with First Lady Melania Trump. He conquered reality TV with The Apprentice, firing people for sport, and cementing his image as the ultimate boss. But the boardroom wasn't enough. The political earthquake in 2016, he shocked the world by defeating Hillary Clinton. His first term was chaotic and consequential, ending in the controversies of 2020 and the events of January 6th. Written off by pundits, he spent 4 years plotting his return. In November 2024, he achieved the unthinkable. A decisive victory over Vice President Kamala Harris, becoming only the second president in history to win 2 non-consecutive terms. The second term, 2025 to 2026, on January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump stood at the Capitol and swore the oath of office once again. He wasted no time. He assembled a loyalist cabinet that shook Washington. With Marco Rubio as Secretary of State and Pete Hegseth leading the Defense Department, the administration took a hardline stance on foreign policy. Domestically, the focus has been the border. In 2025, the administration launched Operation Angels Honor, the largest deportation program in U.S. history. By the start of 2026, the Department of Homeland Security reported over 3 million removals and self-deportations, a move Trump supporters call a restoration of sovereignty, while critics decry the humanitarian cost. Just this week, in January 2026, the administration finalized the U.S. withdrawal from the World Health Organization, accusing the body of mismanagement. Meanwhile, reports have surfaced of renewed American interest in purchasing Greenland, a geopolitical play for the Arctic that has sparked tensions with Denmark. And in a move that dominated headlines last month, the president signed an executive order designating fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, granting the military new powers to target cartels. Is not just a president. He is the central figure of a global populist movement. At 79 years old, he has survived impeachment, legal convictions, and even an assassination attempt to reclaim the most powerful office on earth. As we move further into 2026, the question remains, will his second term bring the golden age he promised, or deepen the divides of a changing America? What do you think of President Trump's actions in this first year of his new term? Let us know in the comments below.